It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and Walkabout Wednesday in my very early April Vista succulent garden. Ugh. Guys, wow, we have had some pretty wet and cool weather this winter. Oh, there he is. He was knocked out, so I didn't think he wanted to come out and do the video, but he must have heard me say it. Hi, buddy. So there's Bentley the succulent dog as well, here to participate. But anywho, today is so pretty and the garden is waking up for spring, and I couldn't help myself. I had to share it with you. It's a little bit of a hot mess because I have been out here working and weeding and puttering, but I haven't really done a whole bunch of cleanup. So forgive the detritus and the crap. But I mean, like even my succulent chair, which I haven't touched in months. But look at the color on it. Isn't this just so pretty? There's nothing really to do in here except just enjoy. And I've got my little collectibles over here. I did these little cactuses in these, I had these concrete planters. I had bought them at Oasis a long time ago. They used to sell planters there years and years ago, and I just love how this is looking. And my little collectibles up here are super happy. Such a dangerous thing to become a collector, isn't it? So I had a praying hands in here, a Mangave praying hands, but I took it out because I am going to be offering it as a giveaway for the next Succulent Tapestry 101, which is going to be on April 20th, 4/20 at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Same thing as last time, same area in my garden. I just broke it down and I'm going to rebuild it, and we're going to, do another tapestry, and I'm going to answer all your questions, and there are going to be some improvements this time after the last one we did, and I'm going to be giving away some plants from my garden. Well, some of the things I'm giving away besides that praying hands are going to be some of the ghosty crests that are running rampant. I will pick out some beautiful ones, and we'll do like a drawing, and some of you attendees will have a chance to win some succulents from my garden. And I think that is going to be a thing as we move forward, because I have so many plants and they all are, just proliferating, and I want to share them with you guys. So as we go and move forward throughout the following months, and I do some editing, I'll save some really cool things to share. What do you think about that? So also, I tackled this hedge. I cut it back some more so that I could open up more real estate at the base of it. And right now, there's my Euphorbia pisanii, which is still dormant. And I've got my variegated Nobilis, and I've got another little Mangave there, and a little variegated Attenuata pup that I'm working on. That's just a Fred Ives. But now I've got, this whole area in here that I can fill up with more collectibles. Then I'm trying to kind of stay away from the sun. This Rubra violacea is looking great. So many ghosties. Very, very happy. I've been cutting a lot of blooms off right now too, because as the blooms age a bit, well, naturally these aren't doing it, but oftentimes you'll see aphids on the blooms, and I don't like that. So I'll cut the blooms when they're near done or when I see aphids. And then the purple corner over here, where we have the lavender lady and these gorgeous purple rosettes and the cotyledon, just looking so beautiful. This is kind of a shady area of the garden. Remember, succulents love bright light. They don't need, burning sun to thrive. Just the right amount of light. And most of them are real happy. Haha, this mammillaria is getting so tall. I thought it might split. but it hasn't yet. And look at this fantastic aloe getting ready to go off and bloom. The Fred Ives are just on point right now. My variegated millii. Oh gosh. Bikini Bottom is looking good. And this Gymnocalacium, I just love this plant right here so much. And even these silly little kiwi aeoniums are looking beautiful. And look, there's a Haworthia right next door. I didn't do that on purpose, but I sure love it. A Cronunculated Echeveria. And here's some more. Remember when I planted these imbricata? This is, oh my goodness, I'm just noticing these, how happy they are right here in this spot. See, shade. It's pretty shady, and they are imbricata-ing all over the place. I have some others I'll show you in another area of the garden that aren't looking that good. My Tongaensis. Woo! Heck yeah. Beautiful Perii. Move on, Bentley. Thank you. Okay, now we're coming into some sun, so put on your sunglasses. Ugh, yeah, now this cotyledon is getting to be too big. It's a little run-a-mucky. I think I'm going to get in there and take that out and reset some of it because it's starting to eat my beautiful tomentosa and my agavoides and my Fred Ives. This sea dragon Echeveria is so stinking cool. And my Euphorbia snowflake that kind of rotted out unexpectedly is making a comeback, which makes me very happy. And my clam, it's very, very colorful. Look at that. Love it. What, buddy? The coin plant, I keep having to cut out of the Tongaensis. It's very, very happy there too. And then this is another agavoides corner. This is kind of a hot corner, but you know, and it is early spring. In the summer, these will probably look a little thrashed. But right now, oh, the Echeveria Harmsii ruby slippers, the Ruchia. I've got my little Kelly Griffin star aloes here that are thriving, and my little cresty crest. And then this magnificent pineapple punch mangave. I'm hoping this is going to be a pupper, because this is one that I'd love to share with you guys if she starts throwing off some babies. And then this beautiful trigona in the pot. Love that so much. And look at here. Now this is pretty shady. And this mammillaria, look at that crown of flowers. Isn't that so cool? All of these cacti right here are just looking so good. I don't even know where to begin in this area. There's a pot in there, I promise you. Those Aeonium sunbursts, those are in an orange pot. It's just so much, so beautiful. And the Echinocactus cresonii, so awesome. And my lemon, look at my lemon. Ugh, so many beautiful buds. I've got fruit. It is really, the bees all over it. It is living its best life for sure right now. And then Ursula up there, looking great. There he goes, getting his drink. So, as I was sitting here in the garden this morning talking to a client on the phone, hi Dorothy, this area was bothering me, these three plants, because they're so similar in color, and I wanted some pop. So what I decided to do was throw some Sedum Vera Higgins in this Pilosoceras pot, because these are really purple and pretty. So these are cuttings in here, along with the Morganianum, and I'm hoping they'll get thick and lush. I know they will, and that'll offer me a pop of color here, which is desperately needed. Okay, moving on around. Could not be happier with my grapefruit. Well, I could only be happier if it actually had fruit, but look at these giant blossoms. The tree is just covered in them, and I'm really hoping this translates into some fruit this year. I know some of you have said, get rid of all of those ghosties in that pot. But no, this grapefruit tree has shared space with the ghosties for years and years and still managed to give me beautiful fruit. It was just when we moved here to Vista that it pouted. And we're coming on 2 years now and I still haven't got a grapefruit. So I'm hoping that this is the year. My falling waters that I got from Walter's Gardens in Michigan is throwing off some new growth. Very happy about that. And here's, oh, I was going to show you the other imbricatas. See these down here? They're in the shade too, but I don't know. They don't, well, I guess they don't look as good as the ones over on the other side for whatever reason. But those get some decent shade too. Okay, and then over here I spent quite a bit of time yesterday working on my Xeriscape. There were so many weeds in here, but I got them all, pulled them all out. Really, really happy with all of the plants in here and how they're looking. You can see I need to replace a little top dressing where I got, after the weeds, it exposed some dirt. So I'll get that covered up with some more chamois beige. But this is hot over here. So this is the perfect place for these tough desert plants. And look at my blue Pharaoh cactus. He's got little budlets on it. That's so cool. And my Petalanthus bracteatus. This plant is just thinking about coming out of dormancy now and should leaf and flower out very, very soon. And all of these collectibles over here. Here's the praying hands that is going to be somebody that's coming to the Zoom class on the 20th is going to win this beautiful creature. And all my other little pretties. And over here, wow, yeah, I spent some time over here a couple of weeks ago and it still looks amazing. I pulled out some sedum. There's just a little run-amucky because I really wanted to expose my beautiful fireglass and gems down in here. Look at that silver fox up there. Throwing off a bunch of pups. That would be another neat one to share with you guys. And I just can't say enough about the millii in my garden. They bloom literally year round. So beautiful and so vibrant. Now, I did dig out the mammillaria that we've been looking at and lamenting on that was just slowly dying. And I found one pup on it that looked pretty good. So it will live on. The rest of the plant got pitched because it was just, and it was rotten too when I got to digging it out. It didn't take much. And this hot mess over here, I got to get after all of these rosettes. After they're done blooming and the bees are done with them, I'm going to take off some of those heads, those beautiful rosettes, and stick them back in the ground. I just don't love the leggy look, you know, when these start to get overgrown. It's not a great look. This Athona capensis, I had a lot of it in my garden in the beginning, and I've systematically been removing it because it's just too hard to manage, but I do like it right here. And the little yellow flowers are so happy and spring-like. Got in over here, did some weeding. That's back here, that's Alstroemeria that popped over from the neighbor's garden, and I'm allowing it. Oh my gosh, guys, the pink witch is just gorgeous. If this throws off some pups and does well in my garden, this will be another one that I can share with you guys. I just love her so much. And that was gifted to me by a client in La Jolla. Very appreciative of that. And the Echeveria harmsii ruby slippers, this is its time. It is just also glowing right now all over my garden. And the Aeonium crest, I'm so glad that she decided to stay and not die and has made such a glorious comeback. It's one of my favorite things in my garden. And this Mission to Mars Mangave, it's not getting any smaller, guys, and I love it. I love the shape of it. I'm not going to move it, but there's so much underneath it, it's eating. You can barely even see my Talavera under there anymore, and all those plants, look at that. So at some point I will get in here. I will take out all these smaller sedums and other rosettes. This mission has pupped, and I'd like to get the pups off of her too. Another thing that could possibly be shared with followers. Yep. The Aluaudia prostera is not looking really, really good because, again, it's been a little cold and it needs to set new leaf. But look at that floop up top. I have a little hummingbird that perches up there every morning. And it's very, very sweet. And then my Argentea, my Crassula Argentea Sunset, I keep taking and hacking pieces off of this to kind of keep it open and kind of bone-eyed because the color is just so gorgeous. This area here we've talked about. It's so wild and woolly, but I like it. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to let this ride. I did take a common jade out from back in this area here. I had just stuck it in there as a filler when we did the garden, and I pulled it out. And sometimes less is more, isn't it? You know, I'm just kind of like that open space, and now I can see my whalebone better, and yeah, it's just nice to have a little breathing room. Yeah, here's the Fred Ives that are just going off. And my Ramosissima is doing so well. And my beautiful, beautiful crowning jewel, my Agave attenuata variegata, which is just getting bigger every time I look at it. It's so fabulous. That I've been infringing on the kids' play area with my collectibles. I'm just slowly adding more and more little collectibles down here in the sand. But they bring me so much joy. I just love looking at them. They're so interesting, aren't they? Some of these were gifts, some I purchased. They all have a story. And then the Pachypodium lemerii, my crest that is cresting, is just crazy. I don't even know what to say about this, but it's got crests on the crests. Look at that. It's just so fun to watch and to see what it's going to do, because I don't know. All right, well, that's about it, guys. We break ground on Monday on a 6-day in Santee. It's going to be a really, really big project with all the trim-ins. We're doing a big basalt fountain. We're putting in lights. We're doing pots. We're doing all the things. So be sure and tune in for a very, very exciting front and side yard transformation starting on Monday. And if you haven't yet, get over to my website at lauraeubanks.com and get registered for the Succulent Tapestry 101 2.0 live on April 20th at 11 a.m., where I can meet you and talk to you and share all my tips and secrets with you about installing succulent tapestries, get to know you guys better on a personal level, and maybe you'll get lucky and win some plants from my garden. I love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Bye.